Everything you just saw has been sitting in my drive for like 2 years now. It's about time we made this video. So yeah, welcome back. This is the Amemiya RX-7, the FT3S. There's actually multiple versions of this car. There's a drift car, there's a race car, and whatever. But we're gonna cover the blue car that you've seen in Gran Turismo games. Now, just like the previous video in this series, just follow along. This car in particular is pretty difficult to replicate due to all the parts it has. So yeah, like I said, I built this car in 2021. It was a pretty difficult project because I could not get the fucking color. First I had different wheels. It took a while to really nail it. Alongside all the cinematics that you see in the intro, those took a long time to do. Now the engine customization, this one was a pain in the ass. I had to look everywhere to see this car with the hood open. It was very difficult. But I can assure you that everything you see here is as accurate as you're gonna get it. Put a lot of time into this. Lots of research. Now with the exhaust, this car normally has one exhaust, but there's no single exhaust option, so you have to choose the two exhausts. Now with the fenders, there are versions of this car that have the white fenders, but like I said, we're only going to cover the Gran Turismo version of this car, so keep it stock. Same goes with the hood, you can get the carbon version if you really want to. Now the interior, this one is kinda tricky. The dash you want to keep it stock, but on the dial design, there is normally a screen on the passenger side of the dash, but as to compensate for it, we're adding the dash gauges. The rest of the interior is pretty simple, like nothing too crazy, nothing too ridiculously expensive. It's just the seats, paint them red and that's it. Now the headlights, just like the last video, you even want to go to your arena workshop of the other car made and apply the white headlights. Now with the livery, depending on the color you chose, you can pick the black one or the white shopping list. It should be noted that some versions of this car have front mirrors instead of the primary front wing mounted ones, so choose what you like. The color, just like last time, I found a crew that already had the color, so here's the crew. I'll leave the link to it down below. It is not my crew, so here's also an X code for the color, so you can add your own crew. But if you don't want the blue, you can always choose a different color like yellow or something. The secondary color for this car is the brakes and the interior stitching. The trim color, you're gonna pick Torino red for the seats and the dials. You can see in the interior the dials are red, and for the axle you wanna pick ice white. The rest is much less complicated. The skirts did take a while to find the exact ones. The splitter did take a while, but they're pretty simple. The wing is pretty ugly, but it's the closest wing we're gonna get, so you have to suck it up. If you want a sound strip, it's up to you, but this car doesn't have one. Now with the wheels, there are many options, but the closest one to the stock Gran Turismo car are these ones. You can also pick these ones, or if you don't like the design of these, you can pick these ones, which look like NK RPF ones. But on the street category, there's also different style. These ones, whichever one you want to choose, it's up to you. And yeah, that's about it with the car. It's done. Now your build can look pretty different if you chose different options, but this one right here is the closest you're gonna get to the car in Gran Turismo. Like I said in the previous video, more of these are coming. Remasters of the previous cars too, so stay tuned for that.